Hello all you out there watching, my name is Dylan, and this is the second installment of my video series called Everyday Scientist, St. Patrick's Day edition. Yes, every day on Everyday Scientist, we're going to be digging through the day's science, technology, and health news to bring the latest and the greatest to the masses. My goal is to enrich your life with the knowledge that humanity uncovers every day, to get your mind thinking about the possibilities of the future, as opposed to the possibilities of having something horrible happen to you that you need to tune into at 11 to prevent, and hopefully to inspire you to discuss the topics yourself. Today we're going to be discussing NASA mining asteroids, climate change, solar panels, Coca-Cola, and loneliness. Let's get right into it. NASA is crowdsourcing the hunt for asteroids and has teamed up with the proposed space mining corporation Planetary Resources to use amateur scientists like yourself to help make the project a reality. Last year, together they visited the South by Southwest Festival to announce the Asteroid Data Hunter Challenge, a $55,000 competition for developers to build pattern-matching algorithms for spotting the movement of asteroids through space. NASA told South by Southwest that this application will become a key part of its Asteroid Grand Challenge to spot the next civilization killer before it hits. It's pretty important. While executives at Planetary Resources are no doubt interested in avoiding being wiped out by incoming cosmic boulders, they're in the game for other reasons. The firm is on the lookout for asteroids that it can land on and harvest for all of the valuable materials it may contain using robot miners and automated smelting facilities. Planetary Resources is a firm backed by Eric Schmidt, Larry Page, Charles Simonyi, and James Cameron, and was launched in 2012 with the lofty claims of mining its first asteroid by 2022. It's simultaneously exciting and disappointing that we are working towards strip mining the solar system. NASA wants to take humans out into the solar system, but their corporate partners do it so we can mine asteroids, as if we haven't done enough damage to this giant rock already. Speaking of our effects on the Earth, a highly controversial, although it shouldn't be, topic is climate change. A study from the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research and from the University of Potsdam reported that storms are going to start to get stuck. Now, the reason for this, according to the paper, is that the authors found that summer zonal winds have weakened. The reasons for the weakening is that since the Arctic is warming faster than the rest of the planet, the temperature difference between the Arctic and the lower latitudes is getting smaller. Now, it's this temperature difference which maintains the wind speeds for our jet stream, which, by the way, is getting all sorts of wonky due to Rossby waves, which are very large waves in the upper atmosphere winds. So what does this all mean? Well, two things. First, it means that there are either fewer or less intense summer storms, or a combination of both. But secondly, it means that weather patterns can get stuck. Storms are excellent at breaking up persistent weather patterns and bringing cool, moist air from ocean regions to land zones. With fewer storms, warm weather conditions endure, resulting in the buildup of heat and drought. Dr. Stefan Rahmstorf said, "It is increasingly clear that global warming does not just mean global warming in a narrow sense. Our planet is not simply getting warmer. Rather, this warming comes with real changes to the workings of the atmosphere and the oceans." Scary stuff. Despair not, though. There is hope yet for us humans and our climate. A new solar panel innovation may change solar energy forever. That was announced this week in the Royal Society of Chemistry's Journal of Materials Chemistry. Yuanwan Zhu of Brown University describes a new method for making perovskite films for solar cells that will be especially effective in creating ultra-thin films that are semi-transparent. By using a room temperature solvent bath to create perovskite crystals, rather than the blast of heat used in current crystallization methods, the new technique produces high-quality films with precise control that is perfect for mass production methods. Using other methods, when the thickness gets below 100 nanometers, you can hardly make full coverage of the film. You can make a film, but you get lots of pinholes, Zhu says. He also said, "In our process, you can form the film evenly down to 20 nanometers because the crystallization at room temperature is much more balanced and occurs immediately over the whole film upon bathing." Another important thing to note is that these solar panels can basically just be printed out. In the past, majority of solar panels were produced in a very inefficient and cost-ineffective method. Some of you may be asking, why is this innovation so noteworthy? Well, to answer that question, let's look back at the history of solar panels. For the majority of time, they've required large amounts of energy and heat, often generated through fossil fuels, to create, which is kind of contrary to the very idea that most people buy solar panels for, which is to, negatively affect the fossil fuel industry and be sustainable and green, to be good for the environment. You might not know this, but I actually wrote a patent for a type of solar panel that uses semi-transparent solar panels, but also has a semi-silvered mirror on the back to increase the amount of light the cells receive during, for instance, cloudy days and such. I have envisioned these on large office buildings with the, mirror-like windows on them. It could be like the whole building could be like a generator. So the fact that this is invented is really exciting to me. According to a recent report, Coca-Cola has been paying off bloggers and other nutritionists to promote Coca-Cola as a healthy snack. This is despite the fact that many studies have claimed that Coca-Cola can actually cause cancer and other really, really terrible diseases if you use it over a long period of time, like every day or something. So today, when you go have a few drinks with your friends, maybe don't order a Jack and Coke, or a rum and a Coke. I'm sure that green beer isn't completely terrible for you. But whatever you do today, don't spend your day alone. If you're the type who sits in the house all day alone, give yourself the excuse that everyone goes to the pub on St. Paddy's Day. Because according to this article, linked in the description, loneliness is deadly. Social isolation and living alone is worse than living as an obese person, as a drunk, or as a smoker, the studies claim, and may even shorten your lifetime by up to a third. It's said that the mortality rate for people who are socially isolated and who live alone is up to 30% higher than the normal population. So get out there and have a good time today, people. I'm not going to ask a what-if question today, because a lot of you will be wondering a lot of different what-ifs today at the pub. So if you enjoyed this video today, please like, comment, or subscribe. I'll be happy to reply to any comments you give, and everything's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Everyday Scientist.